Hi YouTube! Welcome to my first About Me Monday. Today I'm going to share you my biggest secret. First of all, I have a third nipple and I'm planning to show you guys today. You guys ready for this? Just an update for you guys, for my friends at home. I'm currently in Jeju Island right now and I decided to get myself a hotel because for the past 3 months that I've been traveling around, I've been getting hostels, so I just wanted to treat myself. And I live by myself back home and I rent out this place and it only has a shower, so every time I have an opportunity to have a bathtub, I go all out with like Lush bath bombs. Let's get started on me telling you guys this crazy story of mine. So this took place in Vietnam in the short period amount of time that I was growing up over there. This happened around one afternoon during lunchtime when I'm supposed to be having like my nap time. When I told my grandma I wanted to go visit my great-grandparents, and my grandma was like, "Oh no, they're probably sleeping right now. I'll take you after I go get groceries." I was hanging out with my friend BIBS. Her name is Bibi, but I call her BIBS. And I've known her since I was 3, so we practically grew up together and our family's really close, and she was my neighbor at the time. We did everything together, from taking swimming lessons, dance classes, piano. During that time we were taking art classes together. So going back to my grandma, being the 5-year-old I was, I did not take no for an answer. That afternoon when my grandmother left to go to the market, we pretended to be sleeping. We snuck out of the house and started our journey. So we didn't want to take the inside road because we didn't want our neighbors to see us. So we took the outside road, which is like on the big street, even more dangerous because of all the traffic, even though it's only about like a neighborhood away. So since BIBS is like a year older than me, she was very careful guiding us through all the traffic and stuff. As we got to my great-grandparents' street, we were stopped by this one woman. She was maybe in her mid-20s and she was sitting on her moped. She asked us where we were heading and we pointed at the house. And she then asked us if we knew anyone named Go Hung, which at the time was my tutoring teacher who lived right across the street from my great-grandparents' house. So I was like, yeah, I know Go Hung, that's my teacher. Anyways, I remember exactly what the stranger had said to us. She was like, "I will give you color crayons if you come with me." And as I mentioned earlier, BIBS and I were taking art classes during the time, so I got super excited over color crayons. So BIBS is the responsible one, and I remember her telling me like, "No, I don't think we should go with her. I think we're gonna get in trouble." And I was just like, "But BIBS, color crayons." So we both hopped on her moped and she drove us not too far from our house. She drove us through like these alleys, and then we stopped at this one neighborhood where there was like no one around except for this small coffee shop place. I remember her whispering something to BIBS and then told me to get off the car, and then she came and whispered in my ears and she was like, "You know, look at those guys over there. They're like hooked on heroin. They're gonna steal your stuff. So be quiet and stay here and give me your jewelry." And at the time, I didn't know what heroin was. I just knew it was really bad. And the only jewelry that I had was my earrings. And I tried taking them off, but I couldn't. So I guess she got impatient and she told me to stay there. So before she left with BIBS, she told BIBS to take off her jewelry as well. And BIBS had an earring and a bracelet with her. BIBS took off her earrings and the lady wanted to keep it. So BIBS decided to give it to me to hold on to. So what I did was I was eating a bag of chips at the time. So I put it in my little bag of chips and I was just like, you know, hanging on to it. So she saw that I was hanging on to the bag of chips. She was like, "Okay, just stay here and I'll come back." So she left with BIBS for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. She dropped BIBS somewhere around not too far from where we were. She came back for me and then she told me that, "Okay, now we're gonna go get your friend and then we're gonna go get the color crayons." And I was like, "Okay." So then she took me to another alley. There was a bit more people this time around. So she proceeded to take off my earrings and then she got really frustrated and she was like, "You know, like, just give me the bag of chips then." And I was like, "No, it's okay, I got it. It's safe in here. I'll just keep it with me." And she was like, "No, give it to me." So I got really scared. So I was like, "Okay." So I gave it to her. So this woman was like, "All right, you're gonna stay here and I'm gonna go pick up your friend and I'll come back for you and then we're gonna go get the colored crayon." And so I was like, okay. So this woman left. Obviously she never came back. And the crazy thing is, I guess like my family and neighbors were looking for us. Oh.
Jennahvy!
How are you?
Good. good. How are you? Yeah, look at this place is lit. Got a nice little bathroom in here.
Oh my god.
Cool little sink.
Guys, this is Kev.
Are you FaceTiming somebody?
No, I'm vlogging right now.
Oh, you're vlogging with your laptop?
Yeah.
Cool.
So the crazy thing is 2 nights ago, I was talking to Kevin randomly and I was like, hey, I'm going to Jeju Island in 2 days. You should come. Because I actually just booked this trip like a week ago.
Check out this view, guys. It's so crazy.
Let me show you guys my view.
So I think, yeah, I was literally like around this area yesterday exploring too. Dude!
I'm recording.
Cool rocks.
I'm recording on my laptop right now.
Oh my gosh. Are you really vlogging with your laptop right now?
Yeah.
You should just bring that on our hike.
Are you crazy?
You should vlog like that.
I love my view.
Place is lit.
Alright, Kevin, I need to vlog.
Okay, sorry. Jennahvy's a baller.
So I was telling Kevin, like, come to Jeju, it'll be fun, it'll be spontaneous, and I really didn't think he was gonna do it, but he was gonna fly out the same day as me, but he found ticket that same day was the cheapest. It was like over $100 cheaper, so he was like, I'm gonna go right now. And then I was like, wait, are you serious? So now we're here. So going back to my story, the crazy part was while I was standing there, I saw my aunt walking past the street and I thought she was like going off to the market or something. So I got really nervous and I thought I was gonna get in trouble. So I hid behind like a board and my back was just facing her. So what happened with BIBS was the stranger left her in like this alley where there's like no business around. It was just really empty and quiet, and so she got really scared. She just started walking and crying until someone saw her. She has to go into their store to use their phone, and she called home and told her family that she was kidnapped. As for me, after I saw my great aunt, I was crying and there wasn't around for me as well except for a restaurant, but that restaurant was in like a shack, so they didn't have any telephones for me to use. I was terrified. Like I think after maybe an hour or two, one of my neighbors saw me because he was on his moped just driving around looking for both of us, and I saw him and I think I was so scared that I didn't even want to go with him because I was terrified. I didn't know who to trust. So we both got home safely. Like, I know things could have been worse, but I'm so thankful that we're both home safely. I still think about it till this day. Like, I'm really angry like why it happened, but at the same time I would laugh about it because, like, come on, color crayons. Growing up in the Vietnamese community, my family would always tell me, like, don't talk to strangers, but they would never tell me why. Like, in America, it's like stranger danger, or, you know, you're gonna get kidnapped, you're gonna blah blah. But like with us, there's just like, just don't do it. I'm a very curious kid, so I would want to know why, and I would want to find out why. So if you have kids, please tell them stranger danger, which in America I know we do. But tell them stranger danger and tell them why you should not talk to strangers, and hopefully they listen to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed me sharing my kidnapping story. If you guys have any questions, anything that you guys want to know more about me, just comment below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye!